Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up? The King of Lightning here today, doing something I haven't done in a long time, in a while. A decent, solid Attack on Titan. What? Nani? Attack on Titan chapter review. Today, chapter 67 of Attack on Titan. Now, I know full well that chapter 62 is out. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to do the review at some point later on the week, maybe either on Wednesday or on Friday, because we all know that Thursday and Tuesday, the King of Lightning is really goddamn busy. So, the thing here is this. This chapter of Attack on Titan, yo dog, Commander Erwin and Pixis, and then the freaking Commander-in-Chief, exactly. I'm like, no, and like they're coming in there. We're gonna fool these four dudes, like the head guys. And then, mind you, the king the entire time, I forgot his name, but his family, the names begin with an F. I forgot again the family name, but whatever. The thing is this: he's just sitting there, like looking real calm. Like even when it was announced that the Titans were in the wall, they bypassed Wall Rose. You had the Armored Titan, the Colossal Titan. Still, he was like not a big deal. I'm like, damn, nigga, hardcore. I thought that this dude was hardcore, but no, I was played. This dude was asleep the entire time. The dude like kicks the chair, like, wake the fuck up, you fool. He's like, what? Oh shit, time to eat. I'm like, oh, because I thought that this dude was like massively hardcore. Like the Titans are broken in, and then you have the four dudes like, oh shit, what? And then this guy's like, he's just chilling. So I'm thinking, yo, cold-blooded. This guy's skin is made out of steel, oil through his veins, and no, he's just asleep. It's like, ugh, fucking, I was played, man. I was played as if I was a puppet on a damn string. Bah. So, the thing here is this, though. I gotta say, man, like, that was a really good play on Erwin's part. Like, I'm gonna talk to Pixis. And Pixis, he was making valid points as to why he wasn't gonna follow Erwin. Because Pixis would say, okay, fine, listen, alright. First of all, we don't really know if they actually are truly bad. And second of all, they have power. They have, for example, the ability to rewrite people's memories, and then they have the ability to make, how the Titans, they can harden their skin, therefore, that created the walls. So they know things about the history of the world, meaning the world as in, like, the three walls, Sheena, Rose, and Maria. And the thing here is that they know the history of their world. And with that knowledge, they have massive power. So if you take them out, you risk losing an advantage that we currently have. And the thing here is like, everybody's okay, fine. So let's see if they actually are, in fact, worthy of being the rulers of humanity. Because the point here is that even though they know all this stuff, what's the point if they're going to sacrifice half of humanity to maintain their own assets? So when you have the chick come in there, like, yeah, like, they broke through the wall. Like, Wall Rose not compromised. And it was in the same, I forgot what it was called, Stros or something. It was the same town where Niall's family lives. So, clearly, Niall had a huge, like, that really affected Niall when he heard that news. And when Pixis, he was on top of that shit. He's like, yo, we're gonna get the garrison, we're gonna make sure that the escape routes are secured, and so on and so forth. And this dude said, no, seal the gates. Ain't no one coming in. And then Niall's like, wait, hold on. But the Titans are here, like, we have to make sure that people are alive. And then the dude's like, well, this is gonna create a civil war. Because early on in the chapter, you had Erwin pretty much lay out how, number one, the Survey Corps, they're quintessential in order for defeating the Titans, in order for defending humanity. You don't defend humanity with the shield, but with the spear, by eliminating the enemies. The best offense equals the best defense, some shit like that. So the thing here is that when it comes to that notion, he's right. And at the same time, he explained how if the Survey Corps isn't here, and the Titans mow down Wall Rose, that means that the civilians are going to try and go into Wall Sheena. This is going to actually create civil unrest because Wall Sheena is predominantly noble families and that kind of stuff. So it's going to create civil war. And he laid this out to them as the reason why the Survey Corps is a quintessential component of the current military structure of humanity. And then when in fact the Titans do come via the report, it's in these guys' minds like, oh shit, civil war, we're fucked. But it was a test. It was a test to see whether they would sacrifice half of humanity. Because mind you, they pulled the same shit before. Remember how when Wall Maria was compromised, when the series first starts off, after the civilians leave Wall Maria and everyone goes to Wall Rose, what happens? These guys have this massive campaign. I forgot the exact percentage, but it was a huge chunk of the percentage of people went into Wall Maria on this campaign to try and reclaim Wall Maria. And out of the hundreds of thousands of folks that actually went into combat, 50 dudes came back. They lost a huge chunk of the human populace. These fuckers have no qualms killing off people. None whatsoever. They're not ruthless, but they're shameless. They're truly shameless. And here you have them once again. We are going to sacrifice these people so our assets, so our lives in the long run are not threatened via civil war. And Pixis and the folks, they said, you know what, no. Clearly, we had a test for you, and you guys failed the test. You guys failed the test miserably. In comes Zach Lay, go take over the room, lay out what the fuck we just did. How we even risked our necks because we had performed rebellious acts. If you're gonna lie about the Armored Titan and the Colossal Titan invading, oh fuck yeah, that's clearly treason. And then off goes your head. But they were willing to risk their necks for the betterment of humanity. And it's because these leaders, these supposed leaders, are not worthy to lead humanity. So that was pretty cool. And I did a lot of the scenes in the chapter. For example, I did the scene where you had the moment News actually moment she announces that they invaded, you have Nile freak out. Then when everyone's staring at her, he turns to freaking Irvin, and Irvin's getting in the eye, and the way it was drawn, you could see the fire in his eye, that's what he was saying in his mind, what up now? He was just you could just it was just intensity. It was beastly. It was that's pretty epic. So I did like that shit. That shit was dope. That shit was massively dope. So the thing here is that the chapter is simple from its structure, but it's huge in the sense that, it's massive. First of all, but the next thing here is that the agency that writes all the news, they had a special piece where they laid out everything that they knew so far, except for who the royal family was, the real royal family. How this current king, he's a stand-in king, he's a fake king. The real royal family is elsewhere. And how you have the Survey Corps, not the Reeves, the the Reeves, there you go, the Reeves family with a B, they were pretty much taken out by the Central Military Police. And how the son who survived, he laid it out for them in the article, in the special piece, and how the Soviet Corps were wrongfully charged, among other things. So not only was this happening, but also you had this special piece in which it was like, no, the military police, they're wrong, the Soviet Corps are actually right, and so on and so forth. So that was actually pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, that was like, whoa. Like, that was very good on their part. So, overall, because the chapter ends off with pretty much them being quarantined, or them being taken, the king of the four dudes, and then you have Irvin say something about how now things are going to get a lot harder. Then you jump over to what's going on with Levi and company, and pretty much they're happy, they're stoked, they're now free of charge, they're now like they no longer have to go in like massive hiding, but they still got to save Eren and Historia, and you see him chained up in like some weird fucking room, and Historia is with her dad. So that's the chapter right there. The chapter overall was huge in story, obviously. And it shows you, I mean, I gotta respect Pixis. Because it was Pixis who initiated this shit. He had the whole coordinating with Commander Erwin, willing to risk his neck to see if these guys actually were willing to help humanity. And in the sense of their knowledge and power, they are. But at the same time, you don't sacrifice half of the populace to prevent civil war. I mean, then again, it depends. It depends on the circumstances at hand here. It really does. Because a lot of times, more or less, it's, well, would you sacrifice 100 people to save 1 million people? But in this case, it's not a majority. It's like literally half the populace. So, in that sense, it's different than what can be perceived as maybe justifiable if it was a small minority for the betterment of the whole. This case, it's not a small minority. It's half the fucking populace. So, yeah, obviously, there's certain boundaries that you can't cross, and that was clearly crossed. So, and Pixis, again, his neck. And then exactly, just like on point. They even got him, like, yeah, I got it, go. And his boys come in there swift, like, go. Take over, end the story. Night. So, overall, I gotta say, I was very impressed. Alright, like, I'm not gonna lie, like the fact that they were just able to, like, fool these guys and make it just, I mean, even Niall, when he heard this, because, again, his family's in that one town, he was like, yo, I'm not gonna seal the gates. I'm fine with the people. Fuck that. Alright, my family's there. No. I'm gonna fight these people. Hey, it was good. It was a very good chapter. So that's my rating. The rating is going to be a great, and I will see you guys later. So, King Lightning, I'm gonna do the review for the next chapter probably, again, at the end of this week, either on Wednesday or on Friday. That's the way it's gonna be. And from what I'm hearing, Chapter 62 is actually, it's huge. It's huge. It's massive. But I don't have the time to review it today because I have other videos I need to do and render and edit and thumbnails to create and so on and so forth. And I need to do some stuff. I need to do a lab for the morning. So yeah, I'm a very, very busy guy, as always. So, King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day.